Hello, welcome back. I hope I don't screw anything up to make it so I have to do this again. Why am I starting from here? I'm pressing the wrong button. Here we go. My bad. Spoiler. Oh, dang it. Ah, yes, I remember. I gotta refresh myself. I gotta come back to this like once a week so I forget what I'm doing. I always put my mouse in the wrong spot. I mean, this is a completely doing it on the Game Boy. Oh man, I flipped away from my list. There we go. Welcome back. Uh, my days have been crazy. We had like maybe not a week long, it was like 3 days or so of complete uncertainty for our college about whether or not it was going to close. That was really fun. Shouldn't have even had that worry, but our state is unusual. What happened was we closed everything very preemptively, right? I think a lot of schools did that, but ours was very preemptive and it was very sudden too. And it turned out that I don't know if I should say the dude's actual name or not. However, he's like an official in an official position. You can find out who it is very easily. Good old Jeb Spalding. He he was the one who basically decided to close everything early. Him and his board, and it kind of cost the schools a bit in terms of money. Hey, that was a decent amount. It cost the schools a little bit of cash, a little bit of scratch. It was never shown here. I'm not going to use it. So the schools, especially the Vermont State College System, VSCS, was struggling a bit. It, I guess it's always been kind of struggling because it's not getting proper funding. Sable, he's very good in later games. Actually, maybe he's good in this game too. So we were struggling financially and we needed money. So we had like a representative or whatever go up to the board of trustees and they're like, "Hey, we need money because of the uh, pandemic. Can we have some money?" And they said, "Let's just close the Vermont State College systems and then roll it all into uh, like these two other schools." And so we were like, "Oh, that's really sudden and kind of unusual that you would just make that sudden choice. Can we not?" And they said, "No, we're probably going to do it." And they had basically already decided on it. They probably had some kind of like closed door discussion where they're like, "Let's just close it." And then just when we like brought up the needing of money, they're like, "This seems like the time. We'd like to close you." That's not the first time they've done it either. I think they've tried to get the Vermont State College system, or at least like some of the schools in it, to close for a good long while. They don't really like it for some reason. They really like UVM and Castleton, but they do not like UVM is the United, not United, University. What does UVM stand for? It's something Vermont. I don't know what UVM stands for, but it's like a big Vermont school, and they wanted to they put a lot of money in that. They really like UVM. I think like 67% of the budget or something just goes to UVM, even though they don't need it. This is Steven. My name is Steven. I'm interested in rare stones, so I travel here and there. Oh, a letter for me? All uppercase letter? One sec, I'll hand over that letter. Okay, thank you. I just crinkled a bit of paper. You went through all this trouble to deliver that. I need to thank you. Let me see. I'll give you this TM. It contains my favorite. Ooh, steel wing. I don't think I'm not going to say that because that's a little spoil. One sec, put away the TM-47, which is steel wing. Your Pokemon appear quite capable. That one Pokemon appears pretty capable. If you keep training, you could even become the champion of the Pokemon League one day. That's what I think. A little bit of foreshadowing. I know. Since we've gotten to know each other, let's register one another in our Pokénaps. Dot, 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 dot. Aren't people kind of weird how they just immediately register you in the PokeNav. I don't know this guy at all. I literally just met him to deliver a letter, and he's like, "Hey, friend me on this app." What? All right, I guess. I was hoping Blaze. Even if he did, I don't think it'd be very useful. And I think the only two types was weak to steel in this game are ice and rock. In later games, they added fairy types, which are also weak to steel, which is a very good balancing move on Game Freak's part. But as of right now, using steel type moves, I don't really need it, especially because I can already super effectively hit ice and rock type Pokemon with Blaze Attack. Fighting type covers both of those. Fire also covers ice. Anything else to say for me, old man? Teach that hidden move Flash to a Pokemon and use it. It lightens up even the inky darkness of caves. But to use it, you need the gym badge from Doofenshmirtz Pokemon Town. Don't care. I forgot to check the time, so who knows how long this video will end up being. It's okay, I have a secondary timer. One that does not rely on me being able to remember what the time is. Just have to say around, yeah, probably around 15 minutes from now is when I got you done. Oh well. What was I saying about the rustic colleges? Oh yeah, so they want to close it. And we had this big old event where we got premium sleep, where we gotten cars because the lockdown, we couldn't really like go out and protest actively. So everyone got in cars and drove around, and they drove to Montpelier, and they honked their horns real loud to show that they opposed that decision. Everyone in the area opposes that decision. The only people who wouldn't oppose that decision are people who don't have any stake in it, because the colleges do a lot for people in the area. They provide jobs, they provide education. I don't know why you would want to cut down on education that's actually educating people, but whatever. I guess these guys do, even though the whole point is to educate, whatever. And in general, we also just have low funding for our education. I think like 17% of the state budget goes to education or something like that. Maybe it's less than that. 17% of some budget goes to, I think, Vermont State colleges specifically, which is like 4 colleges and more than 4 campuses. It's obviously not really enough, but that's what Vermont does, though. We'll bail out farms, though. Farms that are failing because they're producing too much, we'll bail them out. I never understood that. We bail out farms a lot, yeah, but the problem with farms is that they're producing too much, right? So they're producing too much, and then we bail them out because they're producing too much. The prices are going down, so they're not making enough money. But if we just bail them out, then that's not really like they'll just keep doing the same thing that's putting them in a rut, right? You think the better option would be to try. Well, I guess you can't really like teach them to not do things that are putting them in a rut because it would take too much time. But you have to do it eventually. Just continuously bailing them out isn't helping. It just puts us more in a hole. Whatever. I hate talking about this. I want to change the topic. I got a new computer. My old computer was broken, and I finally got a new one. My old computer was broken because I played a card game too much on the computer. It wasn't like solitaire. It was the Magic the Gathering arena game. It's an online Magic the Gathering online Magic the Gathering game because I love that card game, and I don't usually go out a lot, and I don't have a lot of people to play it with. But I love to play it, and I got to get my Magic the Gathering fix. So I played that a lot, and it killed my computer. I think it overheated and like melted the graphics card or something like that. So I couldn't play any games at all on that computer for the longest time. But I finally gotten it replaced with a much better computer. It's got an i5 processor instead of the Intel Pentium. It's got and it's got I think it's got a better graphics card too. And it's got a SSD, so it's gonna load stuff much faster than if it had an HDD, which is what the other one had. And it's a bigger size SSD too. I wasn't expecting that. It's like 512 gigabytes. The last one was 500. Usually, when you find something that's an SSD, it's going to be like I think 128 gigabytes is usually what you see. Do you have another match with me when I'm not all thirsty? I don't like the way you said that, kid. Except I was talking as a kid, so I guess I don't like the way I said that. Two more children for me to beat upon. Doesn't a beach umbrella look like a giant flower? Sure, sure. Ta-da! See, my inner tube's round. They're children, so I guess I can't expect them to say much more. Give much more decent input to that. Oh my god, his eyes are so lopsided. That that's not just me, right? His eyes look off. His dead fish eyes that have no emotion or feeling in them. They look off. Oh, I probably shouldn't. Oh, well, Zero can't do anything. I don't want to miss, so I'm just going to use track on tentacle. Oh, you know what? I bet double kick with. Oh, well, doesn't matter. I like that place can lands a bunch of flying type. People get mad that um, fire types in Pokemon always end up being some kind of fighter. They're not always fighting type, but a lot of the time, uh, I guess I should have kept the Zero. Oh, but he used it on Lotec. Okay, thanks. Uh, they make the starters firefighting type a lot. I think they've done it 3 times now. This game, the next generation, Infernape is a fighting type, and the generation after that, Black and White, is also a fighting type. And then next game, they're like, okay, we won't do a fighting type, and I think it ended up being a fire psychic type, which was pretty cool. It's like a wizard, but Pokemon also kind of sucked, which sucks. Would have been nice if it was a good fire psychic type, because then it would have changed the competitive field a little bit. But that's whatever. Fire psychic was a neat combination. There was still a fighting type Pokemon. It's just a grass fighting type, which is okay by me because the last grass fighting type they had was a legendary. So it was like the first non-legendary grass fighting type, which is kind of cool. And it's a decent Pokemon too. 25. My God, decent attack and HP growth. Excuse me, I'm yawning a lot lately. No, I don't want to learn Nature Power. Yes, I want to stop learning Nature Power. Thank you. Mommy, hello. Too bad. Indeed. Me? I'm here every day. I don't care. Leave me alone, small child. Oh, that worked just perfect. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So even after, I don't think they've done a firefighting type again, but they had Incineroar in Sun and Moon, who is clearly based off of a wrestler. I forget what the name is, but it's supposed to be the wrestler that plays as the bad guy. That's what Incineroar is supposed to be. So he ended up being a fire dark type instead of a fire fighting type. But he's clearly based off of a fighter and he learns fighting type moves. So it's still kind of annoying that they're keeping that trend, but it's whatever, I guess. And then Sword and Shield, they kind of did it again. Cinderace, everyone thought it was going to be a fighting type because he looks like a fighter. He has like all the tropes of a fighter. I guess he's supposed to be a soccer player or something like that. But he's just a fire type. Everyone's just one type. All the starters are in that one, which is kind of boring, but it's whatever, I guess. At least or at least Cinderace lands decent moves. He's got a very decent move pool, so it's very interesting to look at stuff that people do with Cinderace. So there's that. I wasn't talking about. I was talking about my computer. How did I end up talking about my new computer and then go from and then go to the firefighting freaking type combination for every starter under the sun? I don't know how that happened. Oh, I guess you could also get mad at how grass types are usually just plain old grass types. I guess that's not really true. But usually, it seems like they go out of their way to make the grass types have a new and different type combinations. The starters, I mean. I don't think they've done the same one twice, except for like just plain old grass type. I wonder why. I don't think they did that with the water types. I always wonder what's going through their heads when they decide what type they will make the starters. Like, I wonder why they decided we're not going to have double types for starters in this generation. They're all just going to be one type. Maybe it was a balance issue or something. They have this other weird trend where they keep like reducing the number of Pokemon that trainers have in subsequent games. Although maybe that's just a me thing. Like maybe I, I just it just feels that way. But I distinctly remember gym leaders getting like 4 Pokemon, and the last gym leader having 5 or 6 Pokemon, and like the one before that having around 5 or so. And then suddenly in X and Y, just all of the gym leaders have 3 Pokemon, except for the first one who has 2, which is okay. I don't care if if the first gym leader only has like 2 or 3, or if the next ones after that only have 3. So like, you very quickly get 6 Pokemon. So it's not really much of a challenge anymore. And then like, I guess apparently in other later games, the gym leaders Pokemon don't even have like uh they don't have all of their move slots filled. Like they don't have 4 moves. Some of the Pokemon only have 3, which is really weird to me. Like they just keep making the game easier and easier every time. Oh, it's Roxanne. Hello, one sec. This is Roxanne of Rustboro City. I heard from Brawley that you're moving up through the ranks of trainers at an incredible clip. Well, I'd rather not think that I can't beat you. I promise I will shape up my gym so that you may challenge us again. I hope you'll be looking forward to that occasion as much as me. Click. Yeah, I forgot that you don't get Roxanne immediately because you didn't have the Pokemon. So I'm gonna look for a TM in here. TM that can help me later on. Might be stalls. You can make a base and you can kit it out. And it's really cool and I love it. And I wish they continue doing it in every game, but for some reason they don't. Actually, I know why they don't, but I think it's a dumb reason. I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, I'm looking for a TM that I can use later to help with like I don't know, maybe the water type gym leader or something. Do you know the TM superpower? Group would love that TM. I think that guy actually no, I think he sells me dolls too. Somebody saw that and got the idea of making medicine from berries. Did you know that? To turn berries into medicine, they must be crushed into powder. Did you know that? You seem to have an interest in berries. Yeah, I let you talk at length about berries against my will. I have an insane interest in berries. You got me. Did you know? God, stop. I can make you all sorts of medicine if you bring me lots of berry powder. My eyes hurt from having to read that. Why would you do this to me? I don't think I need to be in here. I don't. I don't even know why I'm in here. Of course I have it. Cersei's Team Aqua Prince here. What's up, baby? Hey there! Quit pushing! This is the line. Can't you see? I can't see. I'm pretty sure I need to deliver the dumb parts in the middle, but no, which isn't here. It's very empty for some reason. If this goes here and that goes over there, where does this thing go? What about that doohickey? Ah, I can't make heads or tails of this. Hmm? Hi, I'm Doc. Captain Stern commissioned me to design a ferry. Apparently he's not that good at it. Oh, that there. Are they Devon goods? But, this won't do. Captain Stern went off somewhere. He said he had some work to do. I get you to go find Captain Stern and deliver that to him. Gotcha. Why can't I? Oh, now I'm in. That's weird. Yep, here I am. Welcome to the Oceanic Museum. Entrance fee is 50. No. Okay, I do want to go. I thought for certain that if you said no. Oh, I think if you don't have enough money and you try to go in, they'll be like, "Ah, oh, you're with those thugs, aren't you? Just like don't hurt me or whatever." Something like that. All right, I'm gonna grab thief from this guy, and then I'm gonna have to stop the video here. What I learned here, I can put to use on the fairy steeds. One of these guys I see. I didn't have 50 pokies, but there you are. Aye, what are you doing here? Me? I'm the Team Aqua member that you thumped before, remember? Oh, yeah, I thumped them right on the head. Back in Rustard Tunnel? Here, take this. You have to forgive me. TM46. It should be Thief, a dark type movie. That TM, it suits you more than it does me. Hope I never see you again. Wahahaha. I don't know why you called me a thief. I didn't take anything. Not anything that I didn't already steal. All right. That's the end of my rambling video. I will see you next time.